Good morning. Hello there. Hi out there in Love Streaming Land. Good morning and welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg. I'm Reverend Edith Washington Woods and I'm happy to be serving as the senior minister of this wonderful community. And make sure my mic doesn't pop off my ear. All right, I want to invite you to join me in an opening prayer. I'm closing my eyes. They're already closed, and I'm inviting you to do that too. And just drink in the words as we take a gentle breath in, breathing in into this moment, settling our bodies wherever we are, moving into our indwelling presence, the presence that resides in us. Just breathe into this moment as we shift into the presence that is right here and right now. And in this moment, I invite you to open your hearts and be ready to receive our good. Receive our good. Drinking up every word in this space. For we are creating the vibration, the energy of what we experience here today. So just bring yourself in, grounding ourselves in this moment, letting go of everything else and being here now. In this moment, we are so grateful to share community with each other. And so it is. Amen. And our core value for this week is community. And it is on the screen, and I invite us to all say it together. Let's say it together, please. We welcome, honor, and embrace all. We are a safe harbor. We value and support connection, open-hearted communication, and active, did you hear that? Active engagement. Yes. So just be with us as we know that we honor and embrace all. Every single person that walks into this spiritual community, we are honoring everyone. Everyone. Whoever they are, whoever you are, we are honored to have you in this space with us. Yes. And just listen to this congregational song. It's going to bring us even more into that community way of being we declared. It is My Religion is Kindness.
My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness and I practice it every day. Everyone has a story, everyone has pain. When we strip away our mask, we find that we really are the same. It's those little things we say, do, and can mean so much. It's a smile, a connection, a simple living touch. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious, my path's forgiveness. My religion is kindness and I What more can I do to be a radiant child of God and let my love just shine on through? I'm gonna let my heart be my guide to give the best of me. Gonna share my joy and share my love, give it groundlessly. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness and I practice it every day.
Wow. Woohoo! Our religion is kindness. Yes! Come on, guys. Yes! You guys out there, too. I hope you're saying yes in your living room. All right, transformational opportunities. We got lots of good stuff going on here. And the first is our World Day of Prayer. It's coming up on Wednesday. We're kick it off on Wednesday. And Carol, you're coming up to talk? No, that's the next thing. She's coming back to talk about her class. Okay, so World Day of Prayer is really important. This is where we get to put our spiritual principles into practice. We get to sign up for a time. There's slots open to hold sacred space. And we are having an opening ceremony on Wednesday at 7:15. We'll have a small group. The prayer chaplains will be here. We'll be holding sacred space. We'll be having a little ritual. And then at 8, we will be joining the big unity, the universal unity, online for their wonderful opening ceremony. And there are prayer slips. We invite you to write down everybody you know in your life and people you don't know. And write them down on these slips of paper and put them in the box, because we hold sacred space. When we pick a time to pray, we're holding those people in prayer, and we're doing it for 24 hours. We're holding these people in prayer. And then when we're done, we send them off to Silent Unity, and they hold them in prayer for a whole month. So this is important, guys. This is where our spiritual practices come out. So please, please join us in the sanctuary if you would like, but you can also join us online. We'll be live streamed here. So keep that in mind. Next, we have our book study. And now Carol is going to come up and talk about her book study.
Thank you, Edie. All right, I'm Carol Plummer, and I'm leading a book study. It starts next week, and it is on the book, the Myrtle Fillmore book, How to Let God Help You. And the reason I picked this book is, one is Myrtle, and she's one of our founders. The second is Myrtle is real. Myrtle talks to you personally. She's practical. What she says is useful and can apply to your life and make a difference. When I first heard her idea of threefold being or threefold healing, the idea that you have mind, body, and spirit, and you have to think about each one of your parts in order to heal or to become more whole. And that has changed my life, because when I get sick, I don't just try to deal with the symptoms of my body, or I don't just try to say, I'm not sick. Have you ever done that, where you say, I'm not sick, and you try to heal yourself through just your mind? It doesn't work. But if you do all three, it does. You can heal and you become more whole. And so I have become so much more whole through just applying that one principle, not counting the many other things I've learned from Myrtle. So I invite you to join me. It's going to be fun. She's got amazing things to share, and I invite you to come be part of it. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. Yeah, Carol's a really fun facilitator, so I encourage you to come take this class with her. And Myrtle is amazing. Yeah, she's my hero. Okay, and now, the Caring Cottage Drive. Is anybody coming up to talk about that, or am I just talking about that? Okay, I'm just talking about that. Okay. So, our Caring Cottage team is amazing. Every season, they pick a particular group in our community, in our wider community, to point their efforts to. And so this fall, we have a two-pronged approach. And the first is backpacks, $15 for a backpack with supplies for county students. There's a lot of students here who need school supplies, and we can do that for them, can't we, guys? We can do that. We can get them the supplies that they need. And then Manna Food Center is collecting children's cereal. Many of the kids get free breakfast and things through lunches, but some of them don't. And so Manna Food Center is sponsoring a cereal drive. So there's a big box there. So next time you're at the Giant, you're at Safeway, you're at Whole Foods, pick up a box or two of cereal and put it in the box there. Okay, thank you so much. How long is that going to go for, Mike? How long is this going for?
The end of September.
Great. Okay, so through the end of the month. Excellent, excellent. So you got some time. Every week you could bring in a little bit and then bring in some money for the backpacks. And thanks, guys, in advance. Family Sunday! Woohoo! Edith, you coming up to talk about Family Sunday? We're looking forward to this. Yes.
So we are starting Family Sunday. And what that means is the YFM, so Youth and Family Ministry, will come in here and join us until right at the beginning of my lesson. And at the beginning of my lesson, I have this amazing book, and I don't even want to tell you about it now, but I'm so doggone excited about how divine order happened with that book. You want me to give you a hint? The person who wrote the book is from Unity. Didn't know it until I asked permission, and she saw my name. Oh, gosh. I'm just like getting gut bumps all over. So now me and this sister is all connected, and we're going to have her book right at the beginning. Not all of the book, but just some excerpts for the children to listen to and people who have that youthfulness at heart. And then the children go off to the Youth and Family Ministry and have the rest of their time. So that's what Family Sunday looks like. Come and join us. It's also Grandparents' Day for anyone who is a grandparent or is a pseudo-grandparent. Bring people. Bring your grandkids, bring your friends, bring your neighbors. Come and have some time with us. It'll be super awesome. All right? Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm so looking forward to that. Bringing my crew. It's going to be fabulous. Okay, pick a party. Is anybody coming up to talk about pick a party? Pick a party? Okay. So pick a party has been great. And last week, Elizabeth gave us a report, and it's been so amazing and successful and great. How many of you here have gone to any of the events? Look at this, you guys. This is fabulous. Awesome, awesome. So anyway, there's something for everybody. The last couple, this is like the home stretch. So we've got Saturday the 10th, Rev Edith's favorite movie night. Yay. The 24th, we have game night and dinner with Carol and Mike Fandy. Woohoo. And the ongoing one that you can participate is the St. James Sports Center. They have a 90-day pass that you can buy for a little bit amount of money, which would be fabulous. Has anybody here done that? Anybody availed themselves of St. James yet? Not sure. Pam did. Okay, Pam said it was cool. Great. Okay, so anyway, go to the Pick a Party website and sign up. This is the home stretch. It's awesome. All right. And our Celebration of Life Garden. Thank you so much to Sharon for spearheading this. It's been fabulous. We have our little space there. And we'll have on November the 3rd, we'll be adding some stones. And Rev Edith and Rev Morrison Day, we'll have a ceremony after the service. And we have info on the website and the newsletter. Please mark this, plan to come, because this is a very sacred space that we have out there that Sharon has spearheaded and created. And I invite you to consider, putting in stone. It could be something that you're celebrating in your life. It could be someone who's passed and you'd like to celebrate them. So just think about that. Our chaplains today. In person, we have Sharon. And our Zoom chaplain today is David. If you're online and you would like to pray one-on-one, send an email to prayerchaplains@unityofgaithersburg.org, and you will get an immediate automatic reply to your email that has the Zoom info. So if you are in need of prayer, or just a little refresher, a little boost, that's what we're here for. And now it's time to settle in for our daily word. Our daily word today is ease. Don't you love it? Ease. Let's all just go, yeah, ease, ease, ease. Beholding God in every circumstance helps me know ease. It's easy for me to find God in the glory of a sunrise and in the laughter of children, and to feel God's love as I get together with friends or family. Whenever there is wonder, joy, or fellowship, God is surely present. I remember that God is just as surely present when my responsibilities feel overwhelming, when conflict arises in a relationship, or when it feels as though there isn't enough of what I need. If I begin to feel tense, fearful, or frustrated, I remember that wisdom, love, understanding, and strength, all of the divine qualities that live within me, are ready to help me handle any challenge. Assured by my awareness of God's presence, I move with ease and grace through whatever this day brings. And from Proverbs, those who listen to me will be secure and will live at ease without dread of disaster. And so it is. Amen.
And now it is time for our meditative portion of the service. I invite you to join me in closing your eyes if you have not already. And if you would rather to leave them open, I invite you to drop them down to about halfway, like a soft gaze, focusing on one spot in the room. For there is no spot where God is not. I invite you to simply breathe, noticing your breath, noticing divine flow right here. For there is a divine order here at hand. And the order moves through every part of our body. We're simply acknowledging that flow. And if you could imagine just for a moment that everything we do is influenced by the divine order at hand. And so I invite you to take your hand and place it on your heart. And breathe into this space as if you are breathing in the energy from these words, drinking it up, and allowing it to flow through your hands to your heart, drinking up the divine flow, the divine energy that is here. And did you know that you are the divine energy emanating, resonating, radiating now? And as we move into the silence, may we take these words with us as we join even more deeper. I am the radiating allness of the divine. I am the radiating allness of the divine. I am the radiating allness of the divine. In the silence, we go deeper together. I am. I am. Feel the energy of the I am. I am. Say that with me together. I am. Just feel that energy. It's vibrating as us. Again, please. I am. One more time. Feel it deeply down in every part of your body, drinking in the I am. Together. I am. I am the radiating allness of the divine. I am the radiating isness and allness of the divine. And in this expanded state of consciousness, we know this true for everything that ever was, is, and will be. The I am. The I am. The I am. And in this moment, if you want to bring anyone into the space that you believe needs to know the I am is present in them, just bring that person to your mind, either quietly or out loud. I heard Sally. My mother, Arla. Nisi. Speak the name. We are in this intoxication of prayer consciousness. Speak the name of the I am. We are. And as we gently bring ourselves back to the space and time, just know that we are part of this big I am consciousness. I am that I am is the word spoken of the name of God. God, that universal presence that lives, moves, and has its beingness as us. I am. I am. I am. You can gently release your hand and so it is. Amen.
As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall fear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down to the river to pray. As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down to the river to pray. As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down to the river to pray. As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, come on down. Mothers, let's go down to the river and pray. Down to the river and pray. Down to the river and pray.
That was a while, wasn't it? Thank you for blessing us. Just send them some love through your heart. Thank you. There are times throughout our day that we are influenced by a lot, yes? So what were you influenced by on this day? Just think about it. Was it the weather? You check your weather to see how that was going to go on today? What about the news? Was that influencing? Somebody might have heard something on the news. Some people don't even look at the news or listen to the news. It's like, forget about that. Was it something that influence you today? But what is it that we typically think about when we think about being under the influence? What is that? So when you hear the word under the influence, what do you usually think about? Oh, wow, everybody's talking at once now. Yeah, alcohol, drugs, the Holy Spirit. I love that. So I want to tell you a story about a lady named Joletta. And Joletta was driving home one day after work, and she had gone to have a couple of drinks during happy hour. Some people do that. And then she heard the siren. And the police officer looked at her, and he thought he might have smelled something. Yeah, you guess. So he had her get out of the car, and she had to take a test. And the test was something like this. And I don't even know if I can do it good with these heels on. But I think that I saw it on TV. I never got stopped before like that. Just saying. I got stopped, but they didn't catch me. Okay, but anyway, she was walking, and she was wobbling. So the police officer thought that perhaps she was intoxicated. She was blinded. That the liquor resided in her body. Okay. Joletta was under the influence of alcohol. But consider this. Consider that each of us could also be under the influence. Now let me explain. We can be under the influence of prayer. Think about it for a second. We came here this morning, and I set you up. I asked you if you would join with me in a time of prayer. I invited you to drink in the words and allow them to move through your entire body. Did something happen? Did you feel a shift? Yeah, I see some heads nodding. Did you feel a shift out there in Love Streaming Land? Perhaps you had become intoxicated, blinded, and the energy resided in your body. You see, this mood-altering substance was not liquor, as in Joletta's case. It was the mood-altering substance of prayer. Just love it. Don't you love it? I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling it. And in order to be under the influence of prayer, you must become willing to drink in the words. But there is a certain order that happens in order to become willing. Here's the order. You woke up this morning. You actually got out of the bed. I know it. Because I did. And you wobbled. Well, maybe I wobbled. Because, the bones just not creaking like they used to. And you got out of the bed, and you did whatever you do, and you got dressed. You made the decision as to what to wear, unless you did that order last night, which I didn't. And you got here. There was a certain order that had to happen in order for you to accomplish those tasks. Now, I know that those of you out there in Love Streaming Land, you probably just got out of bed. And you put on a top. So we're not on Zoom. So you probably just got out of bed. And you're sitting there in your cozy little pajamas with your cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is you drink. But you still had a certain order. There is this order that happens when we are willing to allow it to be. And that demonstrates your willingness. Now, order just happens to be our spiritual power of this month. Order has a disciple associated with it. He's James of Alphaeus. He represents the harmony and balance available through centering our awareness. The color happens to be olive green, but I say any green will work to remind us. And the location is right here in the navel. there is an order there, isn't it? It has to be in order for us to live through life. Some order has to happen in that area. Now, again, there was this certain order that I invited you into when you arrived. I simply asked you to breathe with me and to allow us to create the space between the words. And you became relaxed. That perhaps even all of the things that was already going on in your mind, it just kind of went to the side a little bit. And then later we had a time of meditation. And when this happened, you became willing to listen even more and to drink in the words even more and to become more intoxicated as under the influence of prayer. I asked you and invited you to place your hand over your heart, right? And to listen with your eyes closed. So, let's do that again. Place your hand over your heart. And I invite you to close your eyes if you like. And simply breathe. 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 Breathe very gently, very easily. And think about someone you love and appreciate. I'm thinking about my little doggy. Think about that love. And imagine that it is going through your hands to your heart. Now I invite you to take your hand and join it with your other hand and rub them together. Rub them together. And know that that love that you were imagining, that you were experiencing is flowing through your hands. And now I invite you to take your hands and place them over your eyes, not touching, just right in front of your eyes. And experience being intoxicated, drinking in the energy, the love, the power. Feel the vibration. For this is the presence and power of spirit that each of us are experiencing, and collectively we are embraced in the vibration and the bubble of love. I invite you to take your hands down and know in this moment that you were immersed, you were intoxicated in the presence of the divine, that you were fully under the influence of prayer. How did that feel? I see some nods. Anybody want to share? Can we give them a mic? Raise your hand if you'd like to share what you felt. In the chat box, you can place it in the chat box. What did you feel? What were you feeling in your body in that moment? Peace. I hear peace. Yes. Anyone else feel anything different than peace? For there is an energy. There is an energy and a calmness when we allow ourselves to be immersed, when we allow ourselves to be intoxicated with prayer, when we allow ourselves to drink in the words. It is our own experience and our collective experience. Yes. Now, there's an old-time author named Martha Smock. And in the book, In the Turning Points, she wrote, "Divine order does not just happen. We have our part in the establishment of it in our individual life." So divine order happened. Yes, I was a guide. Yes, I was influencing you. Yes, I kind of set it up. But the divine order was the order that you are individually experiencing. Because you could say, no, I'm not doing that. But you know what? The way I feel right now, I really believe every single one here and everyone who is in Love Stream Land participated in what we were doing and had an experience. So what is prayer? In the Revealing Word, our book of metaphysical terms that Charles Fillmore, our co-founder, wrote, he said, prayer is the most highly accelerated mind action known. It steps up mental action until our consciousness synchronizes with our Christ mind. Prayer is the most accelerated form of mind action. It is something that we could do at any given time, in any moment of the day. We can allow ourselves to be intoxicated by prayer. When anything is going on in our lives, whether it's something we're super happy about, or something that we might be sad about, or something that we might even be wondering what's going to happen next about, all we need is 2 words: I am. If I am is the only prayer you know, let it be said. The other 2 words we can use is thank you. Thank you. When that person cuts us off, thank you. Because I know for me, when I used to have that happen, I used to get very upset. And I might swear a little bit in my car all by myself, or with my little kids when they call me on it. And I learned as my spiritual conditioning increased, I might think, what could have been going on? And maybe it was a mama ready to have a baby, and the person who's the other parent was trying to rush to the hospital, or someone was at the hospital and they needed to get their my mind started making up things that made it okay that they were actually cutting me off, right? See, when we change the words that we think and become intoxicated with prayer and allow those words to seep in and the energy of them radiate out through our body, then the way we see things change. I am, thank you. I am, thank you. I invite you to practice that throughout your day. And so for Joletta, that I spoke about earlier, what if she listened to spirit within her when she was at that bar? And instead of having more drinks than the legal, I think the legal is like 0.06. I looked it up. I think it's 0.06. What if she only had 1 and it made it 0.02? Yeah. Her reality would have been a little different, right? Even if the cop still smelled the booze on her breath. She'd have passed the test, right? That 1 foot. Or maybe I don't know if that's really real. I should find a police officer and ask them, is that the test you give people? But listen to our Bible verse for today, and it'll help us understand a little bit more about what can happen when we become intoxicated with things that are outside of us. It comes from the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 18, and it says, Do not get drunk with wine, for that is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit. Be filled with the Spirit. In other words, we don't have to drink too much wine. We don't have to soak in the stuff that's happening in the world, because stuff happens in the world, right? Like stuff is happening today, stuff happened yesterday, stuff happened last week, stuff happened last year, and guess what? Stuff's going to keep on happening. But we don't have to soak that in. Instead, we can soak up the Spirit, be filled with the Spirit, because it already is us. And when we consciously connect with it, then things shift in our life in the same way that it has shifted on this day. So Wednesday it begins our Unity's annual World Day of Prayer. You already heard about that. I invite you to participate. It's going to be amazing what we've come up with. I don't want to tell you what it is either. But it's going to involve prayer, definitely, but all types of prayers. Bring your prayers. Come here and fill this space up with the energy that you have. And if you're not able to, then watch it online. We'll be online too. And if you're not able to do that, then watch it at 8, the live stream from Unity Village. You need to go on to Silent Unity, or you could put in World Day of Prayer 2022, and you'll see it, and then you need to register. Because once you register, they'll email you a link, and then you'll be able to get in. It is an amazing thing that a bunch of ministerial students thought of. I think this is the 29th year. I think. That's what I'm remembering. But they started it 29 years ago in seminary. The theme of this year for the World Day of Prayer is holding the high watch. And there's a definition on that website, and it says, the holding the high watch is our ability to slip into the state of silence, beyond thoughts, upholding the truth of those with whom we pray. I saw some names in the chat box on our YouTube channel, asking for those names for us to pray with them. There's probably some names that you have. Fill out the slips in the back if you're here in person, and put them in the chat box if you have people that you just want us to hold up in whatever way. Something to celebrate, something that's sad, someone who's having some kind of life situation going on. Because when we are intoxicated, blinded, and allow the energy to move through our bodies, we are able to be under the influence of prayer. Because being under the influence of prayer is calming. Being under the influence of prayer is centering. Being under the influence of prayer is energetic. Being under the influence of prayer is powerful. And being under the influence of prayer brings us peace. Brings us peace. And so our affirmation for today will assist us with how we can move through today and the rest of this week. I'll say it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am willing to be intoxicated with prayer as the Spirit of God flows in my body. Together, I am willing to be intoxicated with prayer as the Spirit of God flows in my body. Now just take those words in. Take a breath and listen to these words again. I am willing to be intoxicated with prayer as the Spirit of God flows in my body. It feels so good. And now open your eyes and let's say this affirmation 2 more times just to sink it in even deeper. Together, I am willing to be intoxicated with prayer as the Spirit of God flows through my body. One more time. I am willing to be intoxicated with prayer as the Spirit of God flows through my body. Yes, take your hands and say, flows through my body. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen, Ashe, and Namaste.
We move from fear to faith when we gather together to pray for the healing of this world and the dawning of a brighter day. We move from fear to faith. We move from fear to faith when we gather together to pray for the healing of this world and the dawning of a brighter day. We move from fear to faith. We move from fear to faith when we gather together to pray from this healing of this world and the dawning of the brighter day. We move, we move, we move. We move from fear, yeah, 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 we move from fear, from fear to faith. From fear to faith.
Wow, another amazing song and another amazing and enriching lesson. Thank you so, so much. Wow, we are so blessed. Woohoo! Do you feel it? You just, yeah. Is it there? Okay. Time for our tithes and offerings. Time to give back. Time to dig deep, give back our time, talent, and treasure. And so we bless our tithes. If those of you online, you can give unitofgathersburg.org. You can also text to give. Those of you who are in person, if you'd like, there are little envelopes in the back of your chair, and you can pop them in the triangular box. And we are just so grateful. This community is incredibly generous. And this all happens because of you and your generosity. Give yourselves a hand, and you too online. You guys are awesome. You're just awesome. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's bless our tithes together with gusto. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. And so it is. And remember to sign up for a time to hold prayer. You can sign up in the back there. Let's welcome our kids. Woohoo!
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. How is everybody? Hi. So would anyone like to start with the blessing? Have you said the blessing before, Michael? No. So we start, if you can see behind you, it says, I am the light of the world.
I live as the light.
So you want to start that, Michael?
Sure.
All right.
Sure. I am the light of the world. I live as the light. You are the light of the world. You live as the light.
We are the light of the world. We live as the light.
Just a quick reminder that next Sunday is Grandparents' Sunday. So remember, I told you last week to remember to bring your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren or the kids next door or the ones down the street who come and get the popsicle or the kids around the corner or the ones you see at the swimming pool. So with that being said, we really do want to encourage you to be here for Grandparents' Day because it is National Grandparents' Day all over the country. This is our youth and family ministry. Over in the corner, we have some shy ones. I had somebody who was going to come tell us what Labor Day means, but I think he's a little shy. So does anybody else want to tell us what Labor Day is? Go ahead.
Labor Day, well, should I read from here?
No, you don't have to.
Labor Day is a day that we celebrate those who have worked for our nation and our people and it's a celebrative holiday where we even take Monday off to celebrate the day itself. It's a Labor Day is basically honoring all those who have worked really hard for our nation, for our people, for our country, and have been very hard workers, men and women alike.
Thank you. So there you go. All righty. Any questions? Anybody don't know what Labor Day is? Does it mean hamburgers and popcorn? Yeah, it might. I don't eat hamburgers, but anyhow, hang on. Okay, who comes up next? We sing. Oh, okay. So let's get ready to sing.
May each of you be willing to be intoxicated with prayer, allowing the Spirit of God to flow as you. Have a wonderful, amazing, fabulous week.